The story starts with two brothers, Zach and Gray. The two boys are getting ready for a very exciting trip. They are going to spend a whole week on vacation with their Aunt Claire. But this is no normal vacation. Their aunt works at Jurassic World, a huge theme park on an island filled with real living dinosaurs. Their parents drive them to the airport. Before saying goodbye, their mom Karen pulls Zach aside and asks him to take care of his younger brother Gray during the trip. Zach nods, but he doesn't look very happy about it. The boys board a ferry with many other tourists and travel across the ocean to Isla Nublar, the island where the dinosaur park is located. When they finally arrive, they are greeted by Zara, their aunt's personal assistant. She takes them to their hotel room and gives them special VIP passes that Aunt Claire arranged for them. With these passes, the boys can visit any part of the park without waiting in long lines. It's an amazing gift. Meanwhile, Aunt Claire is busy working. She is the operations manager of Jurassic World, and she has a lot of important responsibilities. Claire meets with the park's sponsors and explains that visitors are getting bored of the regular dinosaurs. People now want something bigger, scarier, and more exciting. To make that happen, the park's scientists created a brand new dinosaur by mixing the DNA of different animals in a laboratory. They call this creature the Indominus Rex. When fully grown, the Indominus Rex will be about 50 feet long, even bigger than a T-Rex. It is supposed to become the park's greatest attraction, but it is also the most dangerous dinosaur they have ever created. After meeting with the sponsors, Claire goes to see her nephews at the park's Innovation Center, a place full of dinosaur holograms and giant skeletons where kids can explore and play. It has been 7 years since Claire last saw Zach and Gray, so the reunion means a lot, especially to Gray because he loves dinosaurs. But Claire is still focused on work. She tells the boys that Zara will look after them for the day and they can all have dinner together later that evening. Gray feels disappointed. He didn't come all this way just to spend time with a babysitter. Seeing how upset he is, Claire promises she will spend more time with them the next day. After saying goodbye, Claire heads to the park's control room where employees monitor every dinosaur and every visitor on the island. Later, Claire meets the owner of Jurassic World, Simon Masrani, a rich and energetic man who truly loves the park and everything it represents. Together, they fly in a helicopter to Paddock 11, where the Indominus Rex is being kept, so Simon can see the new dinosaur for the very first time. During their visit, they quickly realize something very important. Claire sees the dinosaurs as products and attractions. She talks about them the same way someone talks about items in a store. Simon, however, believes Jurassic World exists to remind people how small humans really are compared to the power and beauty of other creatures. Both of them see the park in very different ways. Inside the containment area, Claire explains that the Indominus Rex is smarter than every other dinosaur in the park. Within only a few days, the creature already figured out where its food was coming from. It even almost ripped off the arm of one of the workers. The Indominus Rex is not just huge, it is extremely intelligent and very dangerous. Simon then tells Claire about Owen Grady, a former Navy man who now works on the island training dinosaurs. Simon asks Claire to bring Owen to Paddock 11 to check if there are any weak spots or safety problems in the enclosure. After the session, Vic Hoskins arrives. He is in charge of the park's security team and has a crazy idea. He wants to use the Raptors as military weapons in war zones. To make that happen, he needs Owen's help to control them. Owen refuses immediately. He explains that the Raptors are wild animals, not soldiers or weapons. But Vic keeps trying to convince him. While they are arguing, the pig escapes and runs into the raptor enclosure. One of the young employees runs in to catch it, but Blue knocks him to the ground. The raptors quickly surround him and prepare to attack. Owen steps between the worker and the raptors, risking his own life to calm them down while the terrified employee slowly backs away. Owen then yells for his partner Barry to close the gate and barely escapes in time before it slams shut. Thankfully, nobody gets seriously hurt, but it was a very close call. Before leaving, Owen gives Vic a warning: never turn your back on a cage. Back at the park, Gray is having the best time of his life. He watches kids petting and feeding Triceratops dinosaurs and enjoys every second of it. Meanwhile, his older brother Zach is completely bored. He doesn't care about the guided tour at all. When Zara gets distracted, Zach grabs Gray and the two boys sneak away on their own adventure. They head straight to the T-Rex show where a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex appears and eats a live goat in front of the cheering crowd. Gray watches, in shock and excitement at the same time. Later, Claire drives to Owen's place and asks for his help with the Indominus Rex. She explains that because Owen has built a connection with the Raptors, maybe he can help improve the behavior of the new hybrid dinosaur before it is shown to the public. Owen gets annoyed by the way Claire talks about the animals. He tells her he does not control the Raptors. Instead, he has built trust and respect with them. He then jokes that Claire always tries to control everything, and that's probably why they never went on a second date. Claire quickly fires back, saying she never wanted a second date anyway. Even with all the arguing, Claire finally convinces Owen to come help. she asks him to join her at paddock 11. Before leaving, she tells him to change his shirt because the Indominus Rex has an incredibly strong sense of smell. Meanwhile, Zack and Gray visit another attraction called the Mosasaurus show. The Mosasaurus is a gigantic sea creature even larger than most animals in the ocean. To attract it, the workers use a great white shark as bait. Seconds later, the Mosasaurus explodes out of the water and swallows the shark whole in one massive bite. The crowd goes crazy with excitement. After the show, the giant stadium lowers underwater so visitors can look through huge glass windows and watch the creature swim inside its enormous tank. At the same time, Owen and Claire arrive at paddock 11. Claire asks one of the workers to place food out so Owen can finally see the Indominus Rex up close. But when the food is placed outside, the Indominus Rex does not appear. Owen quickly notices giant claw marks high up on the wall. Everyone suddenly thinks the dinosaur escaped. Claire rushes to the control room to track the creature through the chip inside its body. But then the shocking truth is revealed. The tracker shows the Indominus Rex is still inside paddock 11 while Owen and 2 workers are trapped in there with it. Alarms instantly go off telling them to get out. Immediately, the workers panic and try to escape, but the Indominus Rex was hiding the whole time. It made those claw marks on purpose to trick them into entering the paddock. Within seconds, the creature attacks and kills one worker. The second barely escapes through the gate. Owen dives through the closing door just in time as the massive dinosaur crashes forward behind him. Now the Indominus Rex is completely free. Owen hides under a parked vehicle while chaos erupts around. Nearby, a security guard tries hiding too, but the Indominus Rex easily smells him. The creature flips the vehicle and devours the guard alive. Realizing he is next, Owen quickly pours gasoline over himself to hide his scent. The plan actually works. After sniffing around for a moment, the Indominus Rex finally walks away. Back in the control room, Claire sends armed soldiers to capture the dinosaur. When Owen arrives, he is furious. He explains that the Indominus Rex planned everything like a human hunter. It was never escaping. It was setting a trap. Claire still tries calling it just another animal, but Owen snaps back, reminding everyone that this animal is now loose on an island filled with 20,000 people. Things get even worse when Owen realizes the soldiers were sent out without weapons strong enough to kill the creature. Simon refuses to destroy the dinosaur because the park spent $26 million creating it. Owen begs them to stop the mission because those men are going to die. Nobody listens. And seconds later, he is proven right. The Indominus Rex had already ripped the tracking chip out of its own body. It remembered exactly where the implant was placed. Now the soldiers cannot track it anymore. Hiding in the jungle, the monster waits for them to come closer. When the soldiers fire electric stun guns at it, the attacks only make it angrier. The Indominus Rex suddenly charges out of the trees and slaughters the entire team one by one while everyone in the control room watches helplessly through the cameras. After seeing the massacre, Owen demands the entire island be evacuated immediately. Claire refuses because shutting down the park could destroy the business forever. Frustrated and angry, Owen walks away and tells them to handle the disaster themselves. Meanwhile, at the same time, Zack and Gray sneak onto one of the park's most dangerous attractions, the gyrosphere, a giant glass ball that lets visitors drive through dinosaurs roaming freely in the wild. While riding, the boys receive an emergency alert ordering everyone to return immediately, but Zack ignores it and convinces Gray to keep exploring. Huge mistake. Back at the resort, Claire panics after learning the boys are missing. She desperately tries calling Zack, but the signal keeps cutting out. Meanwhile, the brothers accidentally drive the gyrosphere into a restricted area, and suddenly, they come face to face with the Indominus Rex. The giant creature attacks nearby dinosaurs before turning toward the boys. Across the ground, then it grabs the vehicle in its jaws and starts crushing it. Inside, Zack quickly unbuckles himself and Gray. The two brothers escape from the shattered sphere and run for their lives through the jungle. Moments later, they reach the edge of a huge waterfall. With the Indominus Rex right behind them, they make a desperate choice and jump. The brothers survive the fall and crawl out onto the riverbank below, exhausted but alive. Zack tells Gray how proud he is. Meanwhile, Claire teams up with Owen to search for the boys. Together, they drive deep into the valley where they discover a horrifying sight. Dozens of dead dinosaurs scattered everywhere, all killed by the Indominus Rex. Among the bodies is a dying Apatosaurus barely holding on to life. Owen kneels beside the giant creature and comforts it during its final moments. Claire watches silently, deeply affected. For the first time, she no longer sees the dinosaurs as attractions or business assets. Now she finally sees them as living creatures capable of pain and suffering. Owen then notices something terrifying. The Indominus Rex never ate any of the dinosaurs it killed. It slaughtered them simply because it wanted to. This is not normal predator behavior. The creature kills for fun. Moments later, they finally discover the destroyed gyrosphere and Zack's broken phone. Claire thinks Zack and Gray are dead after finding the destroyed gyrosphere, but Owen notices footprints nearby and realizes the boys escaped into the jungle. Meanwhile, Zack and Gray discover the abandoned ruins of the old Jurassic Park and manage to restart an old Jeep to escape. At the same time, Simon takes a helicopter with armed men to hunt the Indominus Rex from the air, but when they open fire, The monster smashes into the aviary, releasing hundreds of flying pterosaurs into the park. Chaos instantly erupts. The creatures attack tourists everywhere and crash the helicopter, killing Simon instantly. Owen and Claire race back to save people while the park falls apart around them. Zara finally finds the boys, but before she can escape, a pterosaur grabs her and drops her straight into the Mosasaurus lagoon, where both she and the flying dinosaur are swallowed whole. During the chaos, Claire and Owen finally reunite with Zack and Gray and barely survive multiple pterosaur attacks. With Simon dead, Vic Hoskins takes control of the park and decides to use Owen's raptors to hunt the Indominus Rex. Owen is furious and punches Vic, but he realizes the raptors will die without him, so he joins the mission himself. The raptors track the Indominus Rex through the jungle, but then everything goes horribly wrong. Instead of attacking, the raptors begin communicating with the monster. Owen suddenly realizes the Indominus Rex was created using raptor DNA, making it their new alpha. Vic orders his men to fire anyway, but the Indominus Rex survives and escapes while the raptors turn against the humans. Soldiers are slaughtered across the jungle. Claire and the boys are attacked inside their truck and only survive using stun guns before Owen rescues them. The group hides inside the Innovation Center, where they discover Vic and Dr. Henry, who were secretly planning to use dinosaur hybrids as military weapons. Before Vic can escape, a raptor crashes through the wall and kills him instantly. The group runs outside, where Owen desperately tries reconnecting with Blue, his favorite raptor. Then the Indominus Rex appears and tries calling the raptors back to its side. But in a shocking moment, Blue chooses Owen instead. The Indominus Rex attacks Blue and the final battle begins. Meanwhile, Claire runs to Paddock 9 carrying a flare and releases the T-Rex. The giant dinosaur charges straight toward the Indominus Rex and the two monsters slam into each other in a brutal fight. Just when the T-Rex starts losing, Blue jumps back into the battle and attacks alongside her. Together they force the Indominus Rex toward the edge of the Mosasaurus lagoon. Suddenly, the Mosasaurus explodes out of the water, grabs the Indominus Rex in its giant jaws, and drags it into the depths. The monster is finally dead. After the fight, the T-Rex silently walks back into the jungle like the true king of the island. Blue shares one final look with Owen before disappearing into the forest. The next morning, the survivors finally leave the island. Zack and Gray reunite with their parents while Claire and Owen stand together after surviving the nightmare side by side. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe for more epic movie recap videos.